This Math in Minute video is on stem and leaf plots. So the purpose of a stem and leaf plot is to organize collected data. This helps you to analyze the data. It's very quick on determining the range of the data, the mode, and the median, and other aspects of analyzing data. The stem portion is usually showing the first digit or the first digits of the number. The leaf portion usually shows the last digit. And it's important to display the key of what is represented in your stem and leaf plot. Let's take a look at an example. In general, you're usually given a list of numbers that are not in a ascending or descending order. So the first thing to do is to group those numbers. So my first group is going to have the single numbers, anything between 1 and 9. So that would be 3 and 6. I have some 10 through 19. That would be 14 and 17. I have some 20s. There's two 27s. The next grouping would be in the 50s. That's 54 and 59. I don't see any 60s. I don't see any 70s, but I do see some 80s. So 81. There's two 81s and an 86. And then I see a 99. And then I do see some numbers in the hundreds, which would be 111, 159. And then there are two 200 numbers, which is 205 and 257. So the next is determine the key, what the stem portion will represent and what the leaf portion will represent. So my key for these numbers, I see that I have some in the hundreds. So my stem, which I represent with S, is going to represent the 100th and the 10th column. So for example, if I have a 1 in the stem column and a 4 in the leaf, that represents 14. If I have 11 in the stem position and 1 in the leaf, that represents 111. So let's take the first grouping. So since stem represents the 100th and the 10th columns, my 3 and 6 won't have anything in the stem because all I need is the ones column to represent 3 and 6. The next one is the stem has a 1 in it. Leaf column, there's a 4 and a 7. So that represents my 14 and my 17. The next grouping is 27 and 27. So I need a 2 in the stem column because it represents my tens column, which is for 20, and 7 in the leaf column, which represents the 1. And I need two 7s because I have two 27s. The next one, I put a 5 in the stem column and a 4 and a 9 to represent 54 and 59. Likewise with 81s and 86, I put 8 in the stem column and a 1 and another 1 for the second 81 and a 6 for the 86. 9 in the stem column, 9 in the leaf column represents 99. Now the next one I just grouped by the 100th. I'm going to have to break that up. I have 11 in the stem column and 1 in the leaf. That represents 111. The next stem will be 15, again because I'm representing the 100th and the 10th column, and a 9 in the leaf. As I move to the 200s grouping, I'm going to have 20 in the stem column and 5 in the leaf. And for my last number, I'm going to have 25 in the stem column and 4 in the leaf. So there you have it. There is the stem and leaf table for the numbers that are above. So from this table, you can easily find the range, taking the highest number minus the smallest number, and you would get 251. Next, you can find the mode by finding the most frequent number there. In this case, we have 2, 27, and 81. The median can be found by taking the middle number of the data set. In our case, we have 259 and 81. Add those together and divide by 2. So on this last screen, we have a list of decimal numbers. The first step, what we do is we group them in ascending order. And the next step is the key. We need to determine what the stem and the leaf represent. So here I'm telling you the stem is going to be the whole number. The leaf is going to be the number behind the decimal, or the tenth. So this equals 1.2. So under the stem we would have 1, 2, and 8. That would correspond with these two numbers. The next number in stem we would have 4, and under the leaf we would have 2 and 9. And then the last stem number would be 5, and we would have 6 and 9. And those correspond to our numbers over here. So that's how you can do numbers that have a decimal. Again, the important part is to have a key that explains what the stem and leaf represent. Any math topics you would like me to cover, please leave in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share, and we'll see you next time.